The recent trade involving Micah Parsons has left many in the NFL community buzzing, and for good reason. For the Philadelphia Eagles, this development is nothing short of a sigh of relief. With Parsons no longer on the Dallas Cowboys roster, the Eagles will no longer have to contend with his formidable skills twice a season. And they can breathe a little easier as they prepare for their Week 1 opener. Jordan Mailata, the Eagles' offensive tackle, expressed his thoughts on the trade, describing it as a significant moment. "It's just kind of crazy," he remarked. "For the last 4 or 5 years, whenever we faced the Dallas Cowboys, we had to devise a game plan specifically to counter Micah because he's a game wrecker. However, it's important to remember that the Cowboys still boast a talented defensive line and a strong overall defense. So we must approach them with the same level of respect." This sentiment aligns with insights shared by former Cowboys coach Jason Garrett during a recent episode of PFT Live. He emphasized the necessity for teams to have a strategy in place for Parsons, highlighting that knowing his position on every play is crucial for any team hoping to neutralize his impact. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni, when asked about the trade, chose to keep his thoughts somewhat guarded. "We have so much going on here," he stated. As reported by the team, "We're preparing to face the Cowboys, so Parsons is certainly on our minds for game planning. However, we must also focus on other talented players they have, like Kenny Clark, who is an exceptional player, along with their depth at defensive end. It's essential not to get too caught up in the absence of one player, as they have many other skilled athletes we need to prepare for." While the Eagles may have dodged a bullet for now, they will inevitably face Parsons again in Week 10 during a Monday Night Football matchup at Lambeau Field. This could prove to be a more significant challenge for the Eagles, as Parsons' presence on the Packers might pose a greater threat to their aspirations of returning to the Super Bowl. It's worth noting that the Eagles are already considered a stronger team than the Cowboys. However, the Packers provided a tough challenge during the 2024 wildcard round. If these two teams meet again in the playoffs, Micah Parsons could very well be the key player who tips the scales in favor of the Packers. What do you think? Is Parsons' move to the Packers a game changer for the Eagles? Or do you believe they can still hold their ground? Share your thoughts in the comments.